so good. Last 15 good.
Yeah, that's merely to sum it up. We were hanging on by our fingernails there. In fairness, Derry kind of taught us a lesson really for a lot of it. They soaked us up, they defended well. Times we didn't maybe help ourselves. And then they broke with intent and they looped around and they kind of soaked them pretty easily. Now there were times, alright, when we broke them and we got up the field, but we didn't punish them. Like again, we had two probably gilt-edged goal chances to take them, and it looked like there was going to be the difference in the end. And look, we got a bit of luck in the end. High ball could have went anywhere, ended up in the back of the net. So look, we take it definitely. It's good for morale, and all the lessons are there today, and we didn't suffer defeat learning the lessons.
What do you think the main reason for the transformation in the last quarter was?
Well, I suppose, look, in one respect, when we said the type of game that Derry will play, they will tire. You know what I mean? And if you can keep with them, and within distance, if you might have a chance. And the games we looked at there, they were so far out of sight. It didn't matter that they tired in the end. But the type of game they play is high intensity. And maybe they were down a few players today or whatever, but they got a man from the bench there in the second half. But we felt if we could stay in there that they might tire, and we were lucky enough to keep chipping away and get the scores, and we had a bit of luck in the end with the goal.
And you got 6 in a row, right? And there was no hint of panic, so there wasn't a lot of composure.
Well, there was, because look, I suppose the worst thing you can do in this situation is panic. And if you do, you're going to get punished, because they will stay at their system, and you have to keep over and back and try and probe and try and hit. And look, that's what we did. And if you can get in with a score, then you have a chance of maybe of a fluke. And that's what happened today. And maybe that made up for the 2 we missed. So look, we take a draw. All the lessons we got today, we'll take them. But it's back now 2 weeks time now, and up to us again for the championship. And look, we're going up probably in better spirits than we would if we were beaten by 8 or 9 points. And look, maybe at some stage there in the second half that was going to go away from us big time. But credit to the lads, they kept at it, and we got a nice impact from the bench. I thought, bit of freshness, and got a point in the end.
The league overall, would it be reasonably satisfying?
Look, it was a mixed bag. Yeah. I would think. The Meath game, we were very disappointed. We came into it kind of with a plan, and Meath hit us, and we learned a lot of lessons from that. And after that, look, I thought the Louth game definitely last week. We should have, we had 6 goal chances. It was a game we shouldn't have left behind us. But look, that's the lessons of the league. Probably the 2 best teams in Division 2 got promoted, Dublin and Derry, and we learned an awful lot from it. And if you let your guard down, or if you're not on it at this level, you're going to get punished. And we experienced very defensive football, both by different types of Louth and Derry played defensive and then hit you on the break. And then we had other types of games as well, Dublin, Clare, Limerick. So we learned an awful lot from it, and I hope the lads will drive on now and take that, because the way Derry played at times today was textbook, and we were floundering and we couldn't get at them, and that's where we hope to get to now going forward. But it's a journey that we're on, and we'll see if we can get there going forward.
Your team selection was interesting. What was the thinking behind the changes?
I suppose Maurice Shanley was injured. Got injured during the week, so it was a case of maybe trying a couple of different bodies. Killian O'Hanlon hadn't got a lot of game time, so it wasn't a do or die game today, so we needed maybe to get a game into him. And
same with Poker, maybe a full forward.
Yeah, well, he was more a corner than full really, and we let him out around the field because we knew, like against Derry, we weren't going to have 3 inside the full forward line, and it was a case of him coming out and having a bit of space, and it allowed us then to get Killian on the pitch and to get game time into him, and Brian O'Driscoll as well had been out for a while, so we needed to get game time into him. So a lot of that, and Kevin O'Donovan, he got through a full game today as well now. So look, it strengthens our panel, and hopefully the lads, I don't know whether they'll be back now, the injuries now for 2 weeks time or not, but look, if they're not, we have guys there that stepped up to the plate today and already.
You're happy enough going into the championship?
Yeah, so you're never happy, like, you know what I mean, like we have a few injuries and we would have liked maybe an extra week or two to try and prepare for the championship, but we don't have that now, and it's a case of, you know, licking the wounds now and, you know, get, you know, for a few days and totally focused on going to Ennis in 2 weeks' time.
Who's in danger, John, of missing Ennis there?
Pardon?
Who's in danger of missing
Well,
Ennis?
Brian Hurley and Maurice Shanley.
At this moment in time, like, I know it's 2 weeks out, would you be confident, or how would you assess their chances?
I'd say 50-50.
Okay. And what's Morris's injury, if you don't mind?
Hamstring.
And Brian?
Shoulder.
Okay, and just go back to the league overall, you did mention even now. How do you think you're doing on consistency? Even today, like, was kind of down in a
Yeah, we look. We're trying to implement a game plan and things like that. And look, we're not there yet, you know, and we're not at the level we'd like to be. But look, this is a journey. You don't automatically maybe come from nearly relegated last year and be beaten 10 and 12 points by Kerry and Dublin Championship to be up. You know what I mean? It's a slow burner. Derry has taken loud. You know what I mean? They're 2 and 3 years, and I suppose we're looking